when you go to Supreme Court, they say look at the precedents. When Supreme Court rules, they look at past precedents.
Really?
Colwell has played 8
Really?
games, start to end.
Who is Cowell? Who is Cowell?
I'm coming. We are talking about this season.
No,
Zichenko.
when did he get there?
Zichenko is just coming from injury. Zichenko
No.
doesn't even play more than 75 minutes. He doesn't play more than Arsenal. He doesn't play more than 75 minutes. So Osborne, you know what?
His
If we're gonna go, let's
His
go with the
impact
parameters.
in
So
30 minutes.
let me ask you a question. So if you have a game tomorrow to play,
Yes,
you choose Kobe over Zichenko.
based on current form. That's all I'm saying.
The game of the weekend. The game of the weekend, the London Derby. Arsenal is visiting the Stamford Bridge. This one has the history. It's been going up and back and forth. It swung into Arsenal's favor since Arteta arrived. Abramovich came in 2003. If you remember, each time what's his name, Wenger is interviewed and asked how Arsenal lost that edge and the dominance, he always mentions 2003 when Abramovich came in and took over Chelsea. Then City got their owners. It became difficult for Arsenal to compete, especially off the pitch financially. So that happened. The City, Chelsea had been dominating Arsenal for a very long time, over a decade. Then Arteta arrives in the last 6 visits to Stamford Bridge. I think Arsenal has won the last 6 games they have played. Arsenal has won 5 times. Last 3 visits to Stamford Bridge, Arsenal has run away with a win. So we show that again, the dominance has swung the other way back to Arsenal. Arteta have managed to find a way to get maximum result against Chelsea. But I see Chelsea fans having won their last three or 2 games, scoring the 6 goals in 2 games. Chelsea fans are beginning to find their voice back, especially on the internet. I see some combined 11, which we're going to do in this show. Some fans, some fans managing to squeeze in almost 7 or 6 Chelsea players in a combined Chelsea Arsenal 11. I don't know where that is coming from. We'll find out from Nini this very soon. So it's going to be a huge game this weekend. Chelsea is beginning to find their rhythm. Of course, we know Pochettino has a long-standing relationship with Arteta. He used to be his mentor in PSG. Now they are going to be standing on the technical area side by side for the first time as managers together. So it poses to be, and we see that Arteta is a big competitor. He likes to go into these games pumped up. And Arsenal, of course, needs this win to sustain their title charge this season. Many were skeptical about Arsenal repeating what they did last season. But so far, they've managed to stay up there, joint top with Tottenham, unbeaten so far in the season. Chelsea coming off the back of 2 wins, scoring goals for fun. I mean, so this one is evenly poised. Going by history, it's difficult to win. So let me ask you, Chelsea and Arsenal, who needs a win more on this game? Your pause.
Yeah, so thank you. I'll answer that question. Chelsea needs to win more. Arsenal are already top of the league right now. We all know how it's going to end up. Chioma may say here, Manchester City is not Arsenal's competition, but we know how by February, by March, April, we know where we're going to be sitting down here and we're going to be talking about what if and what ifs. But Arsenal needs games like this. They need points like this. Chelsea is resurgent. I think the players are getting to know themselves. You may say, oh, it's Burnley. You need games like that for the players to play together. Now we can see Caicedo, Gallagher, and Enzo, that combination, that Trinity, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, they're all coming together. We could see everything coming. They're understanding themselves. Caicedo is a good buy. And now we are seeing defensive stability. You have the Carwell, Thiago, Disasi. Hopefully Disasi is going to come back. This week is going to be tough because we have some players. Remember, Jackson pulled out of international duty because of his hands. Disasi had injury consent. Caicedo had injury consents with Ecuador. We have Reece James. Reece James is going to be a game time situation. Chukwuemeka, Mudryk. We have some players that, injury consent. But the major point is Chelsea is at this groove right now. We're at a groove. And with Arsenal coming in, again, Arsenal is on a high. Arteta is on a high. But one thing I can guarantee is it's going to be a tough game. As you said, Chelsea, the Stamford Bridge has become a bridge. Arsenal comes and punches every time they come recently, which we don't like. But I know, I think that for this weekend's game, Chelsea, although not favorites, I think Chelsea will have a lot to say about Arsenal's unbeaten run on the weekend. It's not going to be a walk in the park. I'll tell Chioma, I'll tell Osborne, I'll tell you, Reggie, too. It's not going to be a walk in the park game. I can guarantee you that it's not going to be a walk in the park game because, we have players that are gelling. We have Jackson. We have Broja coming back. And we have Sterling in top form. Mudryk just scored on the international duty. We are getting to a point where the players are seeing the system Pochettino is playing and they are assimilating in it. And I think it's going to be a tough game. And I think Chelsea should give Arsenal a good game.
Yeah, I hear you. Obviously, it should be nobody will call Arsenal. Of course, our favorite going into this one, but it's not going to be an easy game. I agree with you on that one. It's always going to be a tough game. Even when Arsenal wins 3-1, of course, if you look at the result, you would think it was a walk in the park. It's always difficult for when these games come calling. So obviously, it's going to be a tough game for Arsenal, but they're expected to win. Chelsea, of course, just like City, need to start picking these points to start climbing on the table because regardless of what you say, Chelsea needs to at least make up for this season for things to start looking out for the team. So, and this is in games like this that they have to show what they have.
Sorry to cut you short. When you say top four, I don't know who. This is, to me, this is a rebuilding season. Just don't change over 15, 16 players and expect in the span of a year and a half or a year and expect they are all going to come in and top four. Top four is going to be a stretch, but I think we should be competitive. We should be competitive in this in the pictures.
Yeah, when games like this come, it's always comes down to key battles in the game. There are areas that you have to win the battles to be able to have hope of winning the game. Of course, we know Gabriel Jesus is going to be pumped up facing his countryman Thiago Silva, who has become ageless. But I know the last time they played against each other, I still remember the preseason last season before the last season started at Orlando. He ran Thiago Silva ragged. So I expect that one to also be one of the key battles. You have Caicedo going to battle it out with Declan Rice in the midfield. I expect Thomas Partey to start on the 6th position while Declan Rice does what he did against City to form the double pivot with Thomas Partey, which makes him go toe-to-toe with Caicedo or Enzo. Then, of course, you have Mikhailo Mudryk trying to find his confidence and his form going against Ben White. Then Reece James, I hear, is back from injury. I don't know if he's going to feature in this game. If he does, Reece James against Martinelli is another key battle that nobody wants to lose. And of course, Saka is going to be coming back against Kobe. I always back Saka to win that one. For me, I don't think it's a key battle right there. Saka should be able to take care of that young man, except as usual, Chelsea doubles on him to make it a little bit to close gaps for him to operate. But if they leave it to a one-on-one battle, Saka will always come on top on that one. So, Ugum, what's your take on these key battles that I've identified? How do you think they pick one or two of them? That Caicedo Rice in the midfield battle, Jesus against Thiago Silva. How do you see these ones panning out?
It's going to be a solid. It's going to be a tough one. I would even say it's more like Caicedo against Odegaard rather than Caicedo against Rice, because I believe Caicedo will be playing as a 6 most times, while Enzo plays a little bit in advance. So it probably be a matchup between Enzo and Rice.
Yeah.
And Caicedo.
No, I said that because of the now the.
Okay, yeah, okay.
The transfer,
because of all the hype before
I
get it.
Show their who bought better. So there's always this is better than Rice. So this is a game for both of them to show their value for their teams.
That's a good point. Yeah. So you've mentioned the key matchups. If Reece James plays, he'll definitely be up against Martinelli. That'll be a key battle to watch. Reece James is such a good, gifted player, has everything, and Martinelli is going to be a pest all game. So that's one that you will look forward to. Yes, and you mentioned the other key matchups. I can't think of anyone else. That probably Modric playing against Ben White
recently. It's against Ben White, which is
he's actually scored in his last 2 games. He scored for Chelsea and scored for Ukraine yesterday or 2 days ago. So he's in goal scoring form. And he's looking good. So it's gonna be a key one. Nimi rightly said, I don't know any Arsenal fan that's predicting a dominant win is probably doing that more out of wishful thinking than reality. You cannot look at this Chelsea team, even with them stumbling and all that. You can't look at them and say you will walk over them. It will be a walk in the park. That's not possible. They bought a lot of players and they bought a lot of quality players. We haven't even talked about Noni Madueke. Madueke, I think he scored 3 or 4 goals for the England 21s over the weekend. And so he's in goal scoring form. Yeah, he's a very good player. So we have to Arsenal would have to take it, and I know they will take it. This is a local derby again. There are so many angles to look at for this game to know that it's going to be very, very competitive. Yeah,
of course, because the interesting thing is that Arsenal has kept a clean sheet. I think all their away games this season so far, or the last 3, they kept clean sheet away from home. So Chelsea have struggled to score goals. That's an interesting stat there to keep in mind. And Arsenal has been scoring as well. So Chelsea has been struggling to score goals before their last 2 games. So they're going to come up against a team that is very disciplined defensively, especially when they are away from home. So they need to find a way to break down that Arsenal defense. Arsenal, on the other hand, has been scoring goals and winning games away from home. So it's going to be interesting. Chioma, do you have anything to say about those matchups before we go into the combined 11?
Ugum said something about a wishful thinker, an Arsenal wishful thinker. Maybe I'm just going to be one of them.
Well,
Mimi, are you there?
I think we may have lost Chioma, maybe.
Sorry, I'm here. Okay. Sorry. So first of all, I think I'm very at peace with the sort of Chelsea player that Nimi is. I mean, you paying Gallagher some compliments is something I've never heard from any Chelsea fan until today. They have no respect for Connor. They think he's not a footballer enough. They think he's not worth the money, the stress. But he keeps getting, called up and he plays for his national team. So I'm very happy that you actually see what that young man is made up of. And then when they talked about being on the first four. You said, Chelsea, that would be a stretch for you guys to be in the top four. Well, I think it's a go. Funnily enough, I think it can happen, seriously, because I know you guys have lost a lot of games, but I see that, the confidence level is coming up. And thank God, I think some guys have found their standings. People like Modic and the rest of them, Caicedo and Enzo is becoming the midfielder you guys paid so much money for. But this Arsenal-Chelsea game, it's a win for Arsenal. And, I see where you guys are going to overthink it. There'll be clumsiness and we'll win. So I don't even think it's going to be a difficult game. Seriously.
Okay.
I don't think it's on.
I hear you. So let's end the show. Let's with the combined 11, these two teams. If they were to produce an 11 players to go out there and play a game, let's have the selection. I think the two teams predominantly play a 4-3-3 formation, having a 6 sitting in front of the defense and 2 players on either side, then with 3 in front. So let's have our combined 11 and see how it
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Chioma, I hope you're there. Starting from the goalkeeping position. Right now, Raya is seems to be the first choice for Arsenal in that position, and Chelsea has is it
Sanchez? Sanchez.
Yes. So who Chioma, Nini, what's
that's one of the most obvious ones. That's one of the most obvious ones because you look at Raya and Ramsdale, they shared few games together. We're talking about current form this season. It's an obvious one. It's going to be Sanchez. Sanchez has played more games, and as you can see, Raya is struggling with his feet. He's not the player that everybody was saying he was going to be. I was thinking the way Arsenal fans were saying he was going to be Onana of Inter Milan. The way they talked about the way he passed the ball.
Did you say he's struggling?
He is struggling on the feet.
Why you say that?
Raya, you know what I'm talking about. You guys know what I'm talking
about. I don't know.
You don't think Raya is struggling with his feet?
No.
No chance. No chance. He's excelling. He's excelling with his feet. Where did he struggle?
I think the last match against Manchester City, you watched that game.
It's just one game, and he had better explained it. It's just one action.
Well, I'm seeing the matches that I've watched Arsenal play. He has hand in the goals that they've conceded. So the first is his debut that he had some hand. The game against Lens, he had some hand. The game against Manchester City, he was jittery, even to the point Arsenal fans in the stadium where whenever he held the ball, kick it out. So I think it's not even a place for debate. Sanchez will be the starting goalkeeper because Raya doesn't have the body of work so far in the past 8-9 games.
Nini, I don't know how you're going to make a goalkeeper that has lost 5 or so games in the league have against a keeper that has kept 3 clean sheets.
Exactly.
Let's put it this way, Reggie.
After coming against City,
Reggie, I think for on this panel, the 4 of us here, I think I should be the one that has more experience of what a goalkeeper should do because I'm a goalkeeper. So also you know that. So I should be. You all should believe on my.
My problem is that the numbers are out there. Ray has not lost a game playing for Arsenal, the league. He has kept 3 clean sheets. Even coming up against City, like you said, if Haaland didn't have a slip with him. And you're saying that
I think maybe an assignment for you all is to go check out the save ratio percentage of both goalkeepers this season. It's obvious that Arsenal has a better team than Chelsea at this point. And Raya will face less shots, less attempts on his goal. and Sanchez will face more. So it doesn't mean it's just like in the Spanish
Okay.
league.
Well, Chioma, should we give Chelsea this one?
Please give
Yeah,
them. After all, he just won
let's concede to Nimi by virtue of him being one of the best goalkeepers in the city of Houston.
Then we give him.
Panel.
So we'll go to right back. Rhys James is just coming back. We don't know the Rhys James we're going to get. We don't even know if he's going to start in that game.
No, he won't.
Yeah, so we have, of course,
Gusto.
the White on the right side and Gusto. I don't think there's anything to debate on this one.
Make him take this one. Take
the White.
Take this one. I don't even know why we pick Gusto.
On the right side of the center.
Combing his hair.
This is where he gets heated. We have the young and upcoming luxurious and luxury Saliba.
Oh, Saliba, okay.
And Thiago Silva plays on the left.
He plays on the left.
Okay.
He plays on the left.
Okay, yes. So Saliba and Disasi. Of course, that one, I don't think there's a debate in this one again.
Yeah. I call him disastrous Disasi.
Yes.
You could take this one too. You could take
Saliba.
Yeah, Saliba.
Yeah, the two Brazilians, Thiago Silva up against Gabriel Magalhães. We know the experience of Thiago Silva. If Chelsea has managed to stay away from relegation this season so far, I think they owe it mostly to the experience and the coaching of Thiago Silva on the pitch in that back.
They know.
They've not managed to
They know that.
We value him and
at 39.
At 39
why didn't you guys captain him? Why didn't you captain him?
I'm sure
he doesn't speak fluent English.
Yeah.
Really? That's the politics.
No, it's not about
Gabriel Magalhães and Thiago Silva.
Are we even going to debate this? I don't think it is.
Oh, we actually will debating. No, this is what I would debate. And you know why? Okay, when you finish, I'll tell you my.
Go ahead.
Okay, I'm going to use exactly your premise for choosing Sanchez ahead of Raya. I don't want to get history lessons about somebody that's been a superstar, has played for PSG and all that. We are talking about body of work for the first how many games this season in the EPL, right?
Yeah.
For me, Gabriel has performed better than Thiago Silva so far in this EPL season. Just EPL season this season. I'm not talking about Thiago Silva's record. We all know he's the legend that he is. Right? So if you bring Sanchez, who is Spanish, and Raya is ahead of Sanchez in the national team. He's there, playing. If we talk about body of work in totality, Raya has a better body of work than Sanchez. But you decided to choose Sanchez based on what he's done this season and based on the fact that Raya hasn't played all the season. So if we want to judge it that way, I would pick Gabriel ahead of Thiago Silva on current form based on what you've done so far this season.
Yeah,
it's as simple as that.
Fair enough. If you want to base it on impact on the team, current contribution to their teams, I don't think anybody will look at Thiago Silva now and say, I will take him over Gabriel Magalhães. I don't think so. Let's remove sentiments in terms of today, because we're talking about today. We're talking about career starts.
Okay. Okay. Let us, as you said, let us look at the facts.
Mm-hmm.
How many games Thiago played? Was he a starter? Gabriel Magalhães, was he a starter when the season started?
No, he missed two. I think he missed 2 games.
He missed close to 3. He wasn't the first 3 games he didn't play. He was. Remember when they were like he's going to Saudi Arabia up until the end of I think August. He missed all those games. He wasn't a starter. That's the reason Arteta didn't fancy him at that point. And
I can tell you the reason. I can tell you the reason. So you see, this particular point is a null point.
When I look at body of work, let us look at body of work.
Yes.
You want to judge a man with 5 games to his belt, 4 or 5 games to his belt, against a man of 8 games on his belt. So let us.
Okay, then judge both against. Hey,
let us bring apples. Let us bring apples to apples.
Yes.
You've played this game. Osborne,
Yes.
I see you every day. You run around. You know a player when you see a player. So even on this season, it's obvious again. Arsenal has a better team. Without Thiago Silva in that Chelsea defense, we should be maybe minus 35 right now, right? He brings what
I agree on that one.
He brings what the way he reads the game. If you play the game, Gabriel Magalhaes would dream and wish he could read the game like Thiago. I bet you that is.
Let me read on this one.
Reggie, let me say something. You take Gabriel Magalhaes, you put him in a Chelsea team, he will be ordinary. He will be like Disasi. I'm telling you, he will be like Disasi.
No, I won't agree on that one. But I'm going to rule. I'll probably give Chelsea this one because
please.
Why are we giving them everything?
Osborne and Chioma, arrest my case.
Thiago, let's give it
to fair enough. Nimi, fair enough.
Let's give it to Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva, I wouldn't choose him over Gabriel Magalhaes if I was to play, but like Nini said, if you check what Chelsea have done this season, that they are talking about even dreaming of trying to do top 4 or anything or qualify for Europe because of that one. Because
I concede.
Yeah, because I've really called him out so many times that he's slow, but I watch Chelsea all the time. He really gets caught out.
And just to end it up, I want to say 2 things. At 39 years old, I can guarantee you something. Gabriel Magalhaes will be in Brazil chilling with his children.
No, don't say that. You don't know.
Relaxing at the
don't guarantee what you cannot guarantee. There's no way we can guarantee.
We are giving you Thiago Silva.
Number 2, what prophets and men of God do in Nigeria, healing. What Thiago is doing on that field every Saturday, every Sunday is healing. He has special.
Like I said, I rule on that one. I give it to Chelsea. Our viewers, please don't forget to let us know what you think on this position. Let's move on. Let's move on to left back. You have Chloe and Chloe against Zini. I don't think there's a debate on this one.
Nimi thinks there's something.
There's a debate. Osborne, are you there? There's a debate too. You know, when you go to Supreme Court, they say look at the precedents. When Supreme Court rules, they look at past precedents.
Really?
Colwell has played 8 games, start to end.
Who is Colwell? I'm
coming. We are talking about this season. Zinchenko.
No, when did he get there?
Zinchenko is just coming from injury. Zinchenko doesn't even play more than 75 minutes. He doesn't play more than Arsenal. He doesn't play more than 75 minutes. So Osborne, you know what? If we're gonna go, let's go with the parameters.
Let me ask you a question. So if you have a game tomorrow to play, you choose Chloe over Zinchenko
based on current form. That's all I'm saying.
Leave the form out of it.
You see, this argument is very subjective. Yeah, this is exactly what happened. I watched one of the best 11 arguments ahead of Tottenham Arsenal. Tottenham fans were adamant that they will select Udogie against Zinchenko. And I kind of saw their point. I think Zinchenko will always be at a disadvantage against in one-on-one matchup against all these big teams, mainly because he doesn't necessarily function as a left back for Arsenal. Right? When the argument starts, any consistent left back that stays on his wing and plays for any of the top 5 will likely win if we want to argue about left backs. Because Zinchenko is more of a midfielder for us than a proper left back.
Yeah.
So he's always at a disadvantage in this argument.
But see, I hear you on that. You can argue, you can say that, but most of the time, the reason why we do this is a player's impact on his team. If he's playing a left back and he's doing inverted left back and he's helping the team to win, then why would you not choose him? For instance, when Pep was doing that with John Stones last season, would anybody leave him out?
Nobody said anything.
Because he was playing.
Nobody said anything.
He was still
they were never arguing. Nobody was selecting John Stones as a fullback. You see, the mindset is different. For a team that doesn't play inverted, the way they are looking at the game is different from you that your team is playing inverted. You are looking at it from the way he's helping your team as an inverted player. They are looking at it as they want a proper fullback because they play a proper fullback.
Yeah,
okay,
so the issue is that, for instance, that proper fullback in Chelsea are languishing in 12th or 13th position. So how is he helping them? How is he proper fullback? How is he helping them? Because if he can, look at only one time he did something meaningful going forward. Chelsea scored a goal. So that tells you, so because if you put an opponent under pressure, he won't have anything to defend. So for me, like you said, it's subjective, but still, it doesn't mean that one has upper hand, because at the end of the day, it's what a player brings into the team that makes the team to win games. It can be all the proper fullback as you want, and you sit there, you don't go forward. If you don't go forward, your team don't score. And
I think that for me, I'll concede that Levi Colwill has earned his stripes so far this season.
Okay,
he has really stepped up.
I'm not voting, so we have to be. You're with Nimi. Chioma, you've lost this one. So let's go.
Yeah, I lost everything to Nimi. I'm happy. He will pay one day.
He paid me on Saturday, right? Then this is where it gets interesting.
Let's go there.
The number six position, Thomas Partey against Caicedo. I don't know if there's a debate on this one.
Well, let me hear from you. What is the debate you want to say, if there's a debate? Well, let me hear from you. What are you?
Thomas Partey against Caicedo.
Yeah, what is your thought?
I will play Thomas Partey any day. The name is going to come up with the stuff that Partey hasn't played 8 games. I mean, you should please leave this point about 8 games and 4 games. And think about the impact of the player.
So why you reminding that Caicedo has lost 2 games for Chelsea? One gave away a penalty. The other one is exposed to Silva. So it's actually one of the reasons why Chelsea is where they are currently. They consider 6 points for the team.
Comrade Osborne, I'll call you comrade. Let's look at it this way. Even Partey that you call is not even playing in the midfield, number 6. He doesn't play there.
No, he does.
Remember when the season started? Remember when
you are going back to this same point I was trying to. I wanted to dispute your issue about Zinchenko. You see, other Gabriel. For the first 2 games, let me explain something to you. So you have this at the back of your mind as we talk about the rest of the team. For the first 2 games, we had Alexander Zinchenko injured.
Yeah.
Right? Mikel Arteta thought about the best way to address that situation. He wanted a fullback, somebody in fullback that could play comfortably in the midfield. There was nobody else in the Arsenal team that could play fullback and midfield in the same game and handle the pressure of that position. That's why he played Thomas Partey seemingly as a right back in the first 2 games because Zinchenko was injured.
He was still playing as a 6.
Yes, he was actually playing as a 6, right? But people, as usual, will not think about stuff. People just go and just talk, right? They didn't even look at the games and actually, looked at Thomas Partey and the way he was playing.
Just say he's playing right back.
So that's what Nimi is going to use as his point now. That Partey was playing fullback for Arsenal. He was playing in the midfield.
I don't think anybody will choose Caicedo over Thomas Partey. I don't think anybody.
Chairman, are we looking at it based on this season, present form, Are we looking
Yes.
at it as body of
Yeah,
work?
No. We're looking at it based on everything we've done
if
so
you
far.
go to what you've been saying, how many games has Caicedo played for
I'm
Chelsea?
looking at the stats right now. Thomas Partey has played 4 games for Arsenal this season, right? And he has played 4 games this season, and out of those 4 games, 1 has been as a sub. So he has started 3 and has come in 1 as a sub. And out of those 3 that he started, 2 of those 3 was playing as the inverted right back coming in.
Okay,
so if we're looking at, I'm going to even break.
Hold on. Something occurred to me now. Like what we did with James, he just coming back from injury. Would you consider him? Because I'm sure if you consider him, it would have been a tough debate right there.
Yeah, so
I think even putting Thomas Partey in that position is wrong.
I didn't know why you. I wasn't going to match up. I wasn't going to match up.
Declan Rice and Caicedo
barely played. That's more like it.
Yeah.
That's more like it.
Declan Rice and Caicedo.
Yeah.
You know what? You know, in the sake of peace, comrade, I will gladly.
For the sake of what? This is so easy.
Let's shake hands. Let's shake hands.
Okay, so we'll move on. We're running out of time.
Let's shake hands. We shake hands to this one.
So we're having a three-man midfield, the 6 and 2 8s. So on the left side, we'll go on the left side. We have Enzo against Havertz.
That one, let's shake hands now. With
that one is a given.
In fact, I will shake hands with you, sir. No problem. I'll shake hands on that with you.
There's nothing to argue there.
There's nothing.
On the right side, they have Odegaard.
We'll shake hands and do what?
Odegaard and Gallagher. Can we shake hands and hands and legs?
We will shake our stomach.
We will dance.
Then on the right side, you have Odegaard and Gallagher. I don't think there's
that one is Supreme Court judgment. We already know how it's going to be.
Then you go up front. It gets interesting again.
Yeah.
On the right side, I don't think there's any debate there of Saka, Raheem Sterling.
That one. Let's leave it under Nigeria. I'll concede. Nigeria. Saka is part of the Nigerian.
But again, I wish Saka could play on Saturday. Should we consider him or Jesus on that flank? I think it's
no Saka. Saka. Gabriel Jesus has never played as a right this thing for us, so there's no point bringing him. In
the middle of the park, Jackson against Jesus.
Oh man, that one.
What is that? What again?
Man. If Jackson was not a Kabu striker, I would have. I give Jesus.
Then on the left side, you have Martinelli and Mikhail Modric.
That's also a little bit debatable, but no context.
It's not. No,
you can debate a little bit, but
it's not to go. He cannot.
So after looking at the front now, you guys can see the miracle work Thiago Silva is doing at the back, Adi.
Yeah. That's why we considered. That's why we considered.
Chioma, let's count the election votes. I know the attack, the North. You swept the North, but middle belt, we shut them.
So we have in goal, let's say Chelsea, Arsenal. In goal, we have Sanchez 1. In the right back, you have Ben White. Arsenal has 1. The right center back, Arsenal has it. Left center back, Chelsea. Left back, Chelsea. The 6th position is Arsenal. That's 3 apiece.
Left center back.
Left side of the 8 is Chelsea. Right side of 8 is Arsenal. All front 3 is Arsenal. So Arsenal has for 7 players against Chelsea's 4. Yeah, it's fair enough. Chelsea being 11th or 12th on the table and still managed to squeeze in 4 players in combined 11. I don't think they
You test me.
We try. Chelsea fans have fought a good fight. I
Yeah.
tried.
That's all credit to Nimi's
but interesting.
ability to lay the right argument.
Something to take away from this shows that Chelsea has been doing well defensively, and their problem has always been scoring goals. And this is what we have just arrived on, regardless of what we have debated upon. If Chelsea managed to take their chances, I'm sure they won't be where they are today, because if you check the statistics, I don't think they have considered just
only
6
goals.
I think it's 7 against
7. Oh, 7. Yeah, we scored against Burnley. 7. So 8 games, 7 goals. That's to show you defensively.
So having 2 defenders in the combined 11, I don't think is a point.
As a matter of fact, now I want to appeal the case. Maybe all our defenders need to be on that.
Who are your defenders? Someone that is ready in the
Just take what you got and
I'll
go home and thank God for a good day at the office.
I'll take it. And on Sunday, invite me. I'll be with a champagne, a red wine, and you will see that champagne. I will invite me. Chelsea will beat Arsenal. You know, when people say read my lips, politicians say read my lips, Chelsea will beat Arsenal. And on Sunday I will be here to
we're gonna do our post-game analysis on Sunday.
I don't want wines. I want a Chelsea jersey.
Huh?
I don't need wine. When you lose, you send me a jersey. What is wine?
Oh no. I mean, I'm gonna toast. I'm gonna toast to Arsenal on Sunday. I will be here on Sunday, and Osborne, I hope you'll be here. Chioma, I hope you will be here, right? We're gonna see this Sunday. I'll be here too. So
I hope you show up, though.
No, I will.
Regardless.
Oh, regardless, I will be here on Sunday. I'll be here on Sunday, win or lose, but I'm confident. As politicians will always tell you, we'll never lose. If you ask them, what if you lose? We'll never lose.
Right? You will find a way to win, even if you lose. All right, guys. Don't forget to let us know what you think about this combined 11. Chelsea fans out there, go in the comment section and give us your own combined 11. Let's see if Nimi has managed to say the mind of Chelsea and Chelsea fans out there, the Arsenal fans as well. Let us know what you think about this combined 11. Go in the comment section and let us see your own combined 11, guys. It's been good to have you guys back after our a couple of weeks break. We are back on the show. The games are going to start coming thick and fast right now. Champions League coming up next week, and like things are going to start taking shape after 8 games. Going to the 9th game this weekend, the EPL is going to start getting interesting. And our viewers, don't forget, if you have not subscribed, if you're new to this channel, go ahead and hit the subscription button. We are begging you. We are on our road to the 5,000 subscribers, as we have said. This is the campaign we are launching right now. We're hoping on you guys to give us subscriptions and hit the like button as well. And get busy, as we say, in the comment section, and let us know what you think. I know some of these decisions or comments we have made today will go well with some of you out there. So let us know what you think. And like Nini has said, I don't know if will come with the champagne. I don't know if Chioma will bring champagne on Sunday. We're going to be back here.
I'm coming with the glasses.
I'm coming with champagne. It will be a red. It will be a red champagne to toast around.
Okay.
I will be here on Sunday.
Okay, guys, good to have you on the show. I'm back on the show. Thanks for stopping by Transit TV, and we will see you guys on Sunday and to talk about this game. Bye and peace out.